Hello, my name is Margaret Creevey. I'm Speech and Language Therapy Manager here in HSE Ballymun, and I was part of the process of bringing Dr. Jan Broomfield over to do her workshop today on evidence-based children's SLT service. We're already working in evidence-based and preventative ways in the department, and some of that would be in conjunction with Young Ballymun. For example, in the Ready Steady Grow strand, we would be involved in the Parent-Child Psychological Support Programme, where we have a number of therapists who are training and being inducted into that programme with the hope of building it, embedding it in our service in the future. We would also be running Hannon Teacher Talk programmes for preschool staff in the area, and are involved in Hannon You Make the Difference programmes for parents, and also at the Right Minded strand of Young Ballymun. We've been involved in the longitudinal study in the schools in terms of speech, language and literacy over a number of years, and also in providing joint therapy, for example in local secondary school in Trinity Comprehensive. Outside of Young Ballymun, we also have been working, I suppose, in other ways in early intervention. We have an early intervention team which would provide early assessment and intervention for children with complex needs. We also provide therapy in preschools and in schools to counteract the difficulties we have with attendance. And we'd also run monthly drop-in clinics in the area to provide advice for parents. Having heard Jan's workshop today, I feel that one of the things she would have said was that the skill of evidence-based practice is not finding and appraising the evidence, but using it for clinical reasoning and problem solving. So I think we need to look at her service delivery model, really the triangle of need in terms of the universal and targeted and specialist services, and develop evidence-based care pathways for clients that we're providing services for. For example, who to provide the service for, when to provide it, how and where to provide that service. And it also struck me that Jan's message today tied in very nicely with the Growing Up in Ireland survey, which has been going on for years, but just results recently coming out. And one of the biggest messages from that was the earlier the investment, the bigger the return. And I think that's really important in terms of early intervention. So if we start to adopt Jan's model, I think we need to look at how we use our SLT resources to best effect in the future. And that would be, I suppose, maintaining our face-to-face and clinic work for the 20% who present with the more specific severe disorders, working with parents, preschool and teachers in terms of training for clients in the more mild, moderate range, and then putting some service into the universal level at the bottom of the triangle. I think there's a huge education piece that will be necessary for all our key stakeholders, and also that we'll need to stop and plan the change if we're going to implement this. But it was a wonderful learning day for ourselves and everybody that was there, so we thank Jan for coming.